You always pass failure on your way to success. Hey there, how's it going, you guys? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Ford. So what are we looking at today with these crazy cryptocurrency markets? Still range bound, right? Hanging out there, above, 6.3 or 6. Wow, right? Come on in here, Samantha. Join the crowd.
Good afternoon, everyone. But yeah, don't be saying 6.
I know,
wow.
right? Maybe that's a little foreshadowing of what could be happening down the pipeline. People talking about the price of Bitcoin sliding down backwards. I don't know if I necessarily believe it.
I mean, no, I don't know. I don't think so.
Definitely, supply and demand issues causing the price to go upwards. But I don't know. A lot of the news that we keep hearing lately is about regulation, right? That, the U.S. government is coming in and going to be cracking down on this and cracking down on that. And there's several different events you can point to, but it's been an ongoing saga, right? Of how regulation has been slowly unfolding here in the cryptocurrency space over, the last 2 years at least. And, people have speculated where this may be going and talking about how slow, the wheels of bureaucracy are.
Of regulation, yes. Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know. People are talking a lot about a possible ETF, that they're trying to clean up the space, that they want to get, big time money in here, as we see fiat cash falling apart, stock markets coming down again.
I know. Okay, yeah. So that's some shit. I don't even know anymore. I mean, now there is so much negative reasons why supposedly all markets are like, plummeting just because, because Trump this and
Trump this
that.
And Trump that and stimulus check this and no stimulus check that, and the market's up and the market's down based on it. It's starting to sound a lot like the Bitcoin price with the regular stock market. It seems like, it's a matter of personal responsibility, right? We talk about this a lot, that, as we see here in Florida, the memorandum on evictions has expired, and that
we are completely out.
They're going to be, processing evictions now for people that haven't been paying their rent. We've seen yesterday that there are going to be no stimulus checks.
Yes, all so far to anyone for a while. I don't know how many other states are in phase 3 or whatever, like the nothing, like done. But yeah, we are. Mm-hmm. It's fun. I mean,
Big Money has been saying for a little while, right, that things are going to change. We've seen, the really rich guy. The one that Justin's son went, Warren Buffett.
There we go.
We've seen Warren Buffett moving out of banks, right, a ways back. And we are continuing to hear, from the rich, the elite, to move towards these other hedges, right? Some are saying gold, some are saying real estate, but all of them are saying definitely out of cash.
I mean, yeah, because I wonder, I guess, I'm assuming rich parties, rich get-togethers or whatever, really just have to do a lot with, what are your opinions on making more money? So after a while, when all of your friends and all of the, acquaintances and whatever start saying whatever, get out of, banks and into gold, or out of this and into that, you start like doing it. So, I mean, I don't know. But yes, they all are kind of saying like that pretty soon all fiat is going to be like crap. I mean, we've been saying it for a while, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's, built into the mechanism of how fiat is created, that eventually it will lose its value. It's just that now we're starting to reach a point where it has been inflated for so long that it could start to get out of control a little bit. The coronavirus may have been the,
the spark
that set it all off, and it may take time, right? That's the other problem with humanism, right? Us being human in the way we are, because we want instant answers and results and justifications, and for it to all be mapped out and explained and understood instantly. And that's not how it works. This could take a lengthy period of time for it to unfold and unravel through the economic systems, of the entire world, because it's not just the United States.
No, so, I mean, yes, because it is. And
as we see, I have news all over the place, but I mean, as we, one of the news topics is talking about EOS Block 1 and how there could be seeing Google join them as a block producer.
Yeah, so that's, I mean,
It
shady.
says but it says a lot, though. It says a lot that you're looking at one of the FANG corporations wanting to participate in. I mean, it's EOS. None of us have the greatest opinion of them in the sense that they're centralized, but to them, that's a positive.
Yes, I mean, that is probably definitely one of the pros that Google is, checking. Ooh, John from Malibu is here.
John from Malibu, nice, buddy. Thanks for joining us, my friend. Hit the thumbs up, share this video out. It'll help get more people in that chat, which always makes it a better show and a great conversation.
Silent Lamb. Hey,
Silent
buddy.
Lamb, nice.
Said,
I'm glad
hope
that you
we're
can
doing
make
good.
it.
And Satoshi's never say die.
Nope, we're in it for life. Always hanging out. All you got to do is, sometimes being quiet for a minute doesn't hurt.
Reflection is not a bad thing. That's why all the little, the gurus push it. They're all like, look within, man.
That is true.
Yeah. UK Bitcoin Master.
Nice.
Ah,
I'm glad that you could make the time slot. I had seen him on the message. He's always watching. You guys got to go check out his channel. You got to go subscribe to him as well. He is another one of those troopers down here in the trenches, continuing to try to spread the word about Bitcoin to everyone, because this is what's going to set the difference, right? If we're talking about the future being that FANG corporations and governments and everyone are starting to realize that fiat is falling apart because they can't trust each other with it, and they have to start moving to some sort of digital currency, not only for the benefits, but possibly the power of decentralization, because they're all agreeing upon it. So when this starts happening,
that does seem like it's going, yes.
The people like us that are holding Bitcoin, it will change our lives financially, because it'll give us freedoms, right? Because that's really all finances are about, is being able to give you freedoms and being able to extend those freedoms to your family.
Yeah, I mean,
as I see the price of Bitcoin still being held down under 11,000, we've talked a long time about how institutional investors and big money and whales and all of this do have somewhat control over the price. And we can see that before they used to be able to use news, right, to be able to influence the price.
All the FOMOs and the FUDs. And
lately, it's not working. There's all kinds of down news, and the price won't go down. There was the conspiracy, possible reality that paper Bitcoin was being used to hold the price down. And we see the U.S. government possibly coming in and shutting this down. We see the UK government coming in and shutting this down.
Sorry.
So the days are limited on how long the price could be suppressed. And then the true value of whether or not all these people are in it, whether or not everybody is in here realizing that the dollar is falling apart, that the smart people, the smart companies, the smart corporations, the smart hedge funds are starting to at least have this tool in their belt.
It is like I told you so. Because I mean,
it will be, and that's what it's going to be like. It's going to be one day the price will be this, and the next day the entire world will be in it, and it will be all snatched up, and it'll be too late.
And that does suck, because I mean, I don't know. Quite a few people have preached and said, we're early adopters. It's not. No one actually knows when the change will come. And I mean, 2020 has been a well-rounded suckathon for the entire 10 months now. So
I don't know. 2020 has been the year just been trying to catch and see if you're slipping.
Yeah, everywhere.
Because if you weren't taking care of your finances, if you weren't assuming personal responsibility for a lot of different things, you got caught slipping.
Yep, you weren't
it sucks. And that's why, people are upset about these stimulus checks. People are mad about the small business loans not being given out correctly to the right people.
Oh, dude, it was an article last week, but they were saying that there was 200,000 people in just New Jersey that somehow were supposed to have gotten the first round of stimulus or whatever. And as the IRS was apparently now checking its, P's and Q's, that it realized that it really didn't send out 200,000 people in one state. The first round didn't even get to them. How pissed are those people? Right. I mean, for real. You can't feed your family, but oh, dude, you were supposed to. Sorry. All right, Satoshi James is here.
Satoshi James, nice. I'm glad that you could join us.
And Brian, they are on vacation, and he's still tuned in. I know. We were trying to switch it up. It was supposed to rain today. It does look kind of crappy-ish, But I mean, who knows?
Yeah, we've been getting out here doing a little yard work, right? Samantha's
Yeah,
been
see my little
raking.
dirt pile right there. Yeah, he's to the right to the edge.
Is it on camera?
Just a little. It's the one I did it,
Smoking some meat back there
Yes.
tonight for dinner, right? Nice big chunk. I mean,
Cow.
cow,
What's
of
for dinner?
course.
Mm.
Beef.
Mm-hmm.
Still messing around with that boss, right? There was like a heater core that sat next to the driver's seat, like a little personal heater in order to keep the driver warm.
Yeah.
But so I went to go take it out because we're thinking about putting a little bench, like a small truck bench seat up there so Samantha can sit up front and ride with me. And when I started to dismantle it, I didn't realize that on the bottom side of it, there's holes drilled in the floor, and it's also connected to the radiator. And that's how it wasn't fully electric. It was a situation of like a standard heater for a vehicle.
For your
and
engine,
the radiator water through it.
Yep. Yeah. And I mean, after he hacked it away, it was all like, oh crap. And I was like, well, you know what? That makes sense because I mean, remember the Cavalier that we had to bypass the entire heating core because it apparently had rusted out and was like just drain. I mean, I was overheating and losing water through the heating core. And hello, it's Florida. You know, you can suck it up for the like 30 days that it is 30 degrees.
I don't know. It's a little rougher up here now that we moved to North Florida.
That is true. I mean, the first year I had fish actually die. I was like, how is that possible? I mean, granted, they were like little guppies, but apparently it really went cold enough that they were just like, nope.
So what do we got going on in the chat? What do you guys want to talk about when it comes to the cryptocurrency space today? Are you guys in agreement that it is feeling like that regulation may be cleaning up the space in order for a possible ETF? I know that maybe we were a little overzealous in 2017 when we shot the price up, but I keep hearing it from a lot of different people, right? And
that is true,
the regulation is starting to become more stringent, right? As we're starting to see definitely the UK cracking down on this. And now that we're starting to see, I mean, John McAfee's not even getting away with tax evasion now. John McAfee, right? I mean, he got away with tax evasion forever. Like that's always been one of his thing in the US.
Yes, that is his thing. Yes.
Like the Spaniards. The
Spaniards got him. Yep. And I like how it was like, I think, it was crypto, but how it was like a whole like, no, like we had news saying that he was actually like in custody. And then it was like, no, people are tweeting like that he's with his wife right now. Like it's cool. And then, oh no, yeah, he actually is in custody. And it's like,
I mean, that just goes to show you that nobody actually is writing on their own Twitter after you have like 1 million followers.
Just saying like Photoshop.
You pay an intern to be your Twitter person. Mm-hmm. You find out what your tweets are when everyone else does.
I mean, I am sure he will be okay. I mean, he is McAfee.
Oh yeah, I mean, if he took in like $11 million in ICOs, I'm sure that he gets $1 million somewhere along the way that he can drop off on a lawyer to be able to help fight this or get it so that you pay money, right? That's all. That's all they want is money. They want their money.
21 or 23 million. Then he got grand total out of all like not disclosed whatnot. I mean, what?
Does the loan shark break your leg still when you pay him?
No, right? No. Well, I don't know.
They take the money and then break your leg still and say, don't be late.
Yeah. I don't know. Are you in the set an example range? Yes.
Where are we? Are we on the strip?
Pablo and I, Shelly.
Pablo and I, Shelly. Nice. Thanks for joining us. I appreciate it. Just talking about Bitcoin, talking about cryptocurrencies.
Government intrusion can't be good for Bitcoin. More thievery ahead. I do not think that I don't think that it is good. It is that double-edged sword. The only way to get more people is for it to be extra in your face and popular and whatever, but in the same aspect, yes, I don't think governments or super, should be having the 1%, should be having it all. So let's find out, I don't know. Maybe we'll be able to see how much everybody actually has. All of those auctions and, what do they call it when they seize? Oh, the seizing. Yes, there we go. That one.
I don't know. I mean, it depends on how you view this, but it's a matter of, is the race on to collect all the Bitcoin? I mean, is the world secretly playing hungry hippos with Satoshis and no one's talking about it?
I mean, that's what you do when you thing. So
well, what was it? I don't even remember what video it was because I think I was paying attention, but it was that they were saying that people bought gold and put gold in their safe and this and that, and it wasn't that you really wanted the price of gold to skyrocket, because that meant that there was something really wrong, like that you were at the end of the world. It was a disaster. But at the same time, you still want that gold in there. So I mean, is that why everyone's playing Hungry Hippos with Satoshis, or is it that the world needs to transition into a digital currency where we're not sitting here believing, because now what we talk about, that the US dollar is the reserve bank of the world, and as we sit here and we openly mock our president,
I mean, I don't even. I mean, all of it is the might
of the US dollar bill is based on its power amongst the world. So as we see the president, who is the head figure, laughed on television, regardless of whether or not you like him, dislike him, it's the fact that we're laughing at our head leader,
our own people. Yeah, yes.
So,
like, what do you think the rest of the world is? I mean, for real.
I don't know. I had read a news article where they were talking about that people are actually more afraid of what the other side is going to do if they lose the election, and what kind of retaliation there could be.
I mean, yes, it does seem like it is very an eye for an eye, and like, I mean, not to go into politics because, hello, although it's supposed to be money, politics, and religion, and we talk about all of them. So I don't really know, but those are the ones you're not supposed to talk about, right? It makes everybody super
Here
uncomfortable.
Here on Bitcoin and Coffee, we talk about the topics you're not supposed to.
We talk about those
just let's not talk about that cute Anna stuff.
But so, like, I mean, yes.
We don't need to be banned.
I know, right? Woo. It's just, it seems like there is something, but I mean, the fact that everybody is feeling it, like, it is not just the United States, it is not just one country, that it really does feel like, I mean, everybody has always said that it is going to take something major to make it where Bitcoin changes, and it changes hands and it becomes dominant, or even 50-50. I mean, I will take a lot. I mean, whatever we could get. But it does seem like there is a lot more interest than even when we got into it. And that has only been 4 years.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. It is that somehow we need to be able to, like, send up that flare to let everyone know that there is another safe haven. Because, I mean, as far as the lemmings and the average everyday person is concerned, there is nowhere else to go but the dollar. They look at their paychecks, which are 500 and under, most of them, right? And they're not making, I mean, we're trying to up minimum wage to $10 an hour. So, I mean,
yes, in one big swoop.
They're looking at their cash, they're looking at their paycheck, and they're not seeing I don't have the ability to buy property. How much gold am I going to buy with this? I actually have to go give this to someone else to pay for the roof over my head this month.
Yeah.
I have to give this to my car payment. I have to give this to the auto insurance. I have to give this to the grocer.
But see, we are literally walking testimonies to the fact that you can buy 30 cents, $30, 30,000. You can buy whatever amount of Bitcoin that you can afford to hold. And I mean, it, in the beginning, when we were like, it was crappy. I mean, we were both working dead end jobs. We were putting $10 and $20 because we had not bought something. Our kid didn't get an extra Xbox game, like whatever it was. And that was it. I mean,
but I don't even want to be that person to say that Bitcoin, it's the ideal of learning self-reliance and not becoming such a consumer where true. Every bit, like, the money burns the hole in your pocket, that when you get your money on, that you get your paycheck on Friday, that it has to be gone by Sunday, right? It's the ideal of learning that you need to save and taking that money and investing it in anything. Invest it in yourself, invest it in your business, invest it in your vehicle that runs you down the road so that it'll keep running longer. It doesn't really matter where you invest it. It's the fact that you don't spend it on such consumerism, like McDonald's and things that wear out, and going to the bar, and just the refocus from what everyone tells you on television and social media, and to more, what is your goal? Where are you going? What are you trying to do? And I'm just saying that Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is a great tool to help you achieve the best things that you can achieve on your path. Because ultimately your path is just having the best relationships you can with the people that you care about, right? You can't take nothing else with you. So how do you achieve that? How do I achieve the best relationship I can with you, Samantha? not have to worry about everything else. Be able to have money to be able to throw at the problems as they come at us in our life. Be able to go show you the marvels of this world while we're here and able to enjoy it. Not to always be saying, oh, well, when we retire, I don't want to be 60 trying to hike a mountain. I want to do it right now while I'm feeling as good as I feel.
All right, where are we at? Okay. Brian says there isn't enough Bitcoin to go around even before the big rush starts. Be patient and hold. Just Murphy is here.
Nice.
He says that he hopes we're staying safe out there.
Of course, always safe out here in the woods.
I know. Oh my God, we had a census worker like a month ago. Scared the crap out of us, all of us. Whew. Man, I'm sure that man felt like he was walking onto a compound as well. Truth Monster, he's here. Said,
Truth
whoa.
Monster, awesome. I'm glad that you can make it.
He said, day show. Are you smoking a turkey sausage back there? No. Big hunk of cow.
Yeah, making some beef. Was it? Wait, it was like a rump roast.
Angus, like rump roastiness, yes. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I mean, well, I've been trying to smoke up meat now most of the summer, and it's coming out. It's starting to come out pretty good.
I know, but we don't have an actual recipe yet. That is the problem.
Yes, I don't write any of it down. It's just a shake of this. I don't know. It's been more of me trying to figure out how to keep the fire to produce the heat that we want. Because as you can see, it's just some old rusty smoker I have, and not one of those nice ones that's sealed and you can adjust the temperature and all of that.
No, we have one little vent flappy thing.
So I guess the ideal of how to start a fire and which logs burn at which temperature for what length of time to make the meat come out the way that you want it.
Did I use the one the size of my fingers, my wrist? Which one?
Yeah, they got to be at least as big as your forearm, or else you're just making too hot too quick.
Right, you're just twigs. Yeah. I mean, what? Gotcha. That makes sense. News.
So we got Ripple moving out of the USA. I don't know if I find that all that surprising.
No, that's what I would go with.
I mean, Ripple news, EOS news, some of those second tier altcoins have been slowly. We haven't heard a lot of noise, right? We haven't heard a lot of news and all of that out of them. Just chickens out there.
I think somebody took down the fence you just put up.
Yeah, that's possible.
Yep. And apparently freaked out a chicken.
I mean, with all the news being what it is and not hearing much about them, we've always had the question of whether or not, Ripple was a security, right? And then we have heard the possibility of regulation coming out saying that cryptos are going to have their own classifications and all this other stuff. Them just upping and leaving and opting out of the United States. I mean, that's why Binance is where they are, right?
Ooh, Truth Monster's feisty. Good riddance to Ripple. The biggest spammer, centralized, no supply cap garbage ever. I did not personally, I mean, to each their own, but I was never a fan of Ripple.
Yeah, I mean, we've never been a fan of Ripple here on the channel. I mean, it's just that I'm not going to go around bad-mouthing it. I know that quite a few people like it. I know that a lot of people are traders. I mean, we just talk about Bitcoin because of the power of the decentralization. Yes. Ripple is not going to be here to free and liberate the people.
That's not the liberator.
That is not the cause. I mean, that's kind of where there's always some confusion with cryptocurrency, is that every single cryptocurrency is different, and there's supposed to be some sort of reason and justification for it and its value. And it's not just a matter of what's the name and what's the chart and what's the ticker symbol. That's why they say that the people that really make money believe in the coin and can hold it through all of this stuff because, there's underlying tech or justification to them on why it's going to have a greater value in the future.
I mean, yeah, that is hopefully, I mean, of course we have everybody that just likes to the pump and dump, whatever the random ones are, but in a beautiful, perfect world, everybody would actually back the cryptocurrency that they are buying, that they would have a fundamental real reason that they believe in it.
Well, I mean, that's what you would see, right? That's what the ideal future would be. It would be that, the U.S. government thinks that they're going to come in and they're going to start regulating the space, right? And then once they start regulating the space, they're going to start turning on the faucets and they're going to start letting, traditional money flow in, which is what everybody wants the big dollar values from. But it's because right now this place is 90% scammers, 75% pumpers and dumpers. You know, we see now that the DeFi space is losing value. People are starting to question which ones have value. I mean, the fact that we've seen every piece of food turn into a coin, it's not necessarily that it's upsetting. It's, that's how the space is. It is what it is, and we have to accept it.
Sometimes we're ridiculous. That's just how it is.
Will regulation come in and actually clean up the space and allow it to produce better because it'll get proper funding?
Right, like more focus, so it won't be as much jackassery all around. I don't think so. But yes, I'm sure that's what they're going to be selling is, it's just a little, we're just trying to give you guidelines,
I think that at this exact moment, any decent cryptocurrency has already probably been created. Because if there is going to be a creation after this point or these days that we're looking at,
mind-blowing.
There is so many things in the way to stop it from being as powerful and having the abilities that we have with Bitcoin because of the regulation, because of the stifling innovation, because of the spammers and scammers and everything else that's out there. I mean, if me and you came up with the most wonderfulest coin with all the mind-blowing tech and just produced it, nobody'd buy in.
Yeah.
We'd have to spend why were all these people paying millions of dollars to John McAfee to tweet out their name in an ICO if the technology is so wonderful?
Okay, the McAfee conundrum in itself is all, why did people pay this man? But I gotcha. I do get what you're saying.
We have news here that you wrote on the U.S. ransomware that's happening.
Yes.
So what's happening, Samantha?
All right. So apparently, in the time of COVID, everybody, and their mother went to the hospital, had to do whatever. Apparently, they've decided that they did we're almost double for this quarter of the year on ransomware in hospitals, in healthcare. I mean, they're really saying, you want to know the test results and stuff? Well, you got to pay us. It is they got them by the balls situation. I mean, I do understand it. It's just, that is the way it is. A lot of people in cryptocurrency are not stupid. I mean, they're not. That's why. So it doesn't take a lot when you think, oh yeah, right. Everybody is having to have all of their information because, hey, I don't want to die from COVID. Makes sense.
It says that information is valuable. And if you can prevent access to information,
by the balls, man, by the balls.
I mean, it's ransom. It's like taking someone's child. It's like taking someone's dog or personal possession. You say, if you want this back, you got to pay for it. Well, information is valuable. People need information. Lives depend on information, especially here in the hospital situation, where what Samantha is saying is that normally about 2.3% of the hospitals are affected every year by ransomware. This year alone, we're looking at 4% of the hospitals are affected by ransomware. But it's because they see that the information
globally
that the information is time critical,
it
right?
Is.
So being able to lock them out of this information is getting them to pay this ransomware.
I mean, yes, it is that they really saw that there is going to be a spike. There is going to be a demand for you
to access your computers,
to access your information. Because guess what? How do you know who is who and what is what if you don't have your information?
Right. How many lawsuits are you going to see when you find out that, these 20 patients were allergic to penicillin and you gave it to them anyways?
Ooh, yeah, the net way. Yeah, I always, you got to love Sandra Bullock back in the 90s. Rawr, speed and the net. All right, so where are we at? Jess Murphy says, Brad Garlinghouse made $5 billion overnight with XRP. I mean, that's another, yes, double-sided statement.
Personally, we watched Ripple go from pennies to $3, was it, at the peak when it shot way up past the buck and everything? It was very short-lived.
Was it 3 or 4? It was a lot more. Yes, a lot more.
And we had had All right, we went to go buy auger, and it was on a pre-market before the release of the ICO, and we had to have Ripple in order to get in and hold a stake and place a bet or whatever it was in order
Yeah.
to get some of the auger. And I mean, I had accidentally bought way too much Ripple, and we had still held on to it for a while after. I mean, it's stupid situations like that can make you a ton of money. I mean, I didn't. It didn't work out like that for me.
It was not very fluid when we did it. Truth Monster says jackassery. Samantha's word of the week. Yeah. Jess Murphy says medical records must be cryptographically secured on a blockchain. I mean, that would make it harder. It's just I see. Okay, like I get it. And I mean, it's apparently like the US really got bum rushed. I mean, it was 98% up from literally the first quarter of this year and last year's on how much ransomware they were really. And I mean, in the end, they were literally saying that, I mean, the organization that was trying to actually, figure it out and to they were saying to stop paying them because it's working. Why would they stop doing it if you're giving them
yeah, that's the standard terrorist,
of course,
just don't negotiate with terrorists. It's a complicated situation of the fact that we've all become smart enough to realize that we don't want to have physical war anymore.
Right.
Especially at the level that we're at now with nuclear abilities, that we realize that we would make this planet uninhabitable. So what is the next best thing? Digital.
Right. I will destroy
digital war, but we're not there. We're not at the point of having all out digital war with China and Russia and India and it's Cold War, right? It's right now who is secretly capable of gathering the most information on not only their own population, but everyone else's population, who can get through to the most advanced technologies, right? And that's where we talk about everything that happened with Edward Snowden, right? That's where we talk
all of the Russias and the Trumps.
That's where the TikTok stuff is coming in.
Yeah.
So, but this would also go along to believe with the fact that they're collecting cryptocurrencies in the background. We've heard time and time again how Russia is working with Ethereum, how China likes Bitcoin, how the U.S. is, making their own U.S.-backed dollar.
Yeah, because that's what they think. Well, yes. And I mean, at this point, it is almost absurd to not think that every billionaire, millionaire has a footing. I mean, I don't see why you wouldn't, even if you didn't give a damn. When you're meeting with your financial advisor, dude, and he's saying, you really should add these 3 to your portfolio.
Right.
And you go, what? Yeah, okay, cool. I'm going back on the yacht now. You still have it. Everybody's got it.
So what do we got in the chat? What do you guys think on this? Nothing.
It's okay.
Well, I mean, we may be closing down this episode.
Oh, we're at 33 minutes. What? Nice. We're going.
Well, we're super glad that you could get out here. If you guys do have anything you want to talk about, please comment in the chat. We'd love to continue to hear from you. As always, we're not selling anybody anything. We're not trying to make any money off cryptocurrency or have any classes to offer. We're a completely not-for-profit organization. We're totally just out here to spread the word of Bitcoin.
Man, if I read the chat for just super chats, there would be no chat.
We're out here trying to help everybody understand that Bitcoin is a means to financial freedom.
It is a means to everybody.
Especially when you start looking on the term of long scale for your life. I mean, at this exact moment, I really do believe that somebody purchasing $100 in Bitcoin could make their lives magnitudes better in 15 years.
Just fundamentally different. I mean, in the 4 years that we've held it, it has changed our lives. And a lot of it is that it brings a different perspective, and you really do start forming a different opinion and a different mindset. But I mean, I don't know if that's a hand-in-hand thing but yes, it really, in 4 years, it has changed our life quite a lot. I mean, we realized we were never going to have retirement. There was never going to be a Social Security. We have never working for a corporation long enough to actually get a pension.
I mean, I thought that it was going to be rent forever, right? Always that never ending of working and giving up 2 to 2.5 weeks worth of pay to pay rent.
And for shit you don't even like.
Yeah.
Not even something that makes you happy.
Anything in the chat, Samantha?
No.
Anybody come out of the woodworks and join us?
No.
All right. Well, I hope you guys watch it on the uptake later on. We'll be back out here again. We're definitely giving it the old gun ho. Get back out here. As you can see by today's episode, we were able to pull it together a little bit more, have things to talk about, kind of be a little bit more insightful. I mean, we have our own thoughts on the cryptocurrency space. It is just hard. It's hard to be dictative. You know, I don't know what the answers are for the future. I don't know what is necessarily right or wrong. I'm just Eugene Forrest out here in the woods trying to do the best I can and take care of my family. I think that cryptocurrency is going to be one of the keys to this, especially in the future when we start looking at 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the road. I plan on being here.
Yeah.
So I should prepare for it.
Yes. I mean,
so there's signs all over the place for the smart that want to see it. And I invite all of you guys to come here and talk about them with me as we can all formulate a plan together and try to steer clear from the scams in the space. Right, Samantha?
Yeah.
Anything else in that chat?
Just Murphy says, where in Florida do you live? Approximately.
Right outside of Gainesville.
Yeah, about
30 miles,
something out of
30,
Gainesville,
40 miles outside of Gainesville. Between Gainesville and St. Augustine.
Yeah, pretty much smack dab on, I guess, the wooded middle. Like, yes. UK Bitcoin Master says, catch you both next time you do your show, UK Daytime. I know we're going to try, okay? We are going to try.
Yes, because we do find ourselves with open availability in the afternoon. It's cloudy and rainy like this. So we'll see what we can do. I've also tried to, I've been really pressing hard on Samantha about doing some in the car videos. She is nervous about it.
First off, I am not a tripod. And secondly, yeah, I mean, I guess we could try it. I don't know. We could try it. And then you guys really have to say if you like it better or worse.
We'll take the old truck out. We got an 84 Ford Ranger.
Yeah, man.
We'll go do some in the car videos with that thing.
You do not know. Yes, you do not know the sound of a vehicle unless it is that kind of freaking old.
All right, you guys. I appreciate you coming out here and talking cryptocurrency with us today. You guys are the best part of our day. We appreciate you for making us happy. We hope we do a little bit for you guys as well. Remember to keep that BTC safe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.
We love you guys. Bye, guys.